We're looking for a recent college graduate.
You look so much older in person.
You don't act like an old lady.
You still read an actual newspaper?
I hope I look like you when I'm your age.
You look good for your age. You're lucky black don't crack.
I bet you can't wait to retire.
I am too old to seek new opportunities.
I'm too old. I'm past my prime.
I'm too old for technology.
I am too old for this job.
I am invisible.
I am afraid of aging.
Author Barbara Rose Brooker is changing the way the world thinks about age.
I think we live in an anti-age culture.
Brooker is organizing the first ever Age March.
This movement really is not about age in the sense that it's about the numbers. It's about self-acceptance and accepting others, no matter what age.
I am
just getting started.
I am
making a difference.
I am
just beginning.
I am
strong.
I am
enough.
I am
filled with light.
I am
proud.
I am
self-assured.
I am
changing the world.
Hello, hola, bonjour. I'm Tracy Melchor. It is my pleasure to be here with all of you today. Today, what a beautiful day. But let's take it back 10 years. Let's rewind a decade. That's when visionary author and activist Barbara Rose Brooker created the Age March for people of all ages to come together to celebrate age pride, to live, to work, to integrate together. What started with a few dozen people has now turned into a worldwide global phenomenon with thousands of age marchers from around the globe. In previous years, we've taken our message to the street. This year, we're bringing everyone together for the first ever global age movement. Today, we're going to be joined by people of all ages, ethnicities, genders, sexual orientations, socioeconomic statuses, races, physical abilities, religious beliefs, political beliefs, and other ideologies to share experiences to combat societal ageism. This movement will end anti-age culture and promote pro-age culture, so people will no longer be defined by their age, no longer be defined by a number. Let's end age shaming, end age segregation. Let's include, not exclude. And here is the kicker. You listening? Everyone at every age is age magnificent. One more time. Everyone at every age is age magnificent. A beautiful sentiment from a beautiful soul. And speaking of that beautiful soul, it is my pleasure and my honor to welcome Age March founder and creator, the one, the only, Barbara Rose Brooker.
Oh, I'm so thrilled to be here, and thank you for that introduction. Oh my God, I was going to say, who is that woman?
That is all you, Barbara Rose Brooker. That is all you. You look fabulous. I love the earrings, a beautiful touch.
Oh, thank you. They're my good luck earrings that I wore at Age Marches 100 years ago.
Well, we're all feeling lucky to be in your presence, Barbara. Let's dig right in. What does the Age March movement stand for?
Well, basically, you said so much that it does stand for, but I want to say that for me, it stands for celebration of the self, no matter what age you are. It also stands for a world that will not be divided, where we will integrate as people at all ages. Like if someone 90 is able and wants to get a job, he or she can apply for a job without being shamed or told he or she can't. It stands for age equality. It stands for owning your age, being who you are.
And on the opposite end, what does Age March not stand for?
Age March doesn't stand for, as you said, age discrimination, compartmentalizing people by their age, segregating people by their age, It doesn't stand for age shaming. And it doesn't stand for, I'm going to say again and again, this anti-age. Anti is a phrase that I think we have to get rid of. We have to legislate against. There isn't anything anti about age. Age is being alive. We're so lucky. It's a gift and it's not a disability. And let's own our age and celebrate our age together. So it doesn't stand for the negative feelings and attitudes about age.
It really, really is a gift. What baby steps can we all do to be part of this movement?
Well, I think the first baby step would be to join agemarch.org, because once you join, and it's free, and once you join the movement, your name is on the database. And there will be future age marches. Hopefully, when the pandemic is over, like Gay Pride, like Pride Month, we will have Age Pride Month. And people will form their marches, their own marches all around the world simultaneously. So the first baby step would be join agemarch.org. Oh, and a second baby step is stand up for yourself. Don't let anyone put you down because of age or label you because of age. And don't let that happen. If you don't like what someone says and you feel the discrimination, stand up for it and say, no, I'm age magnificent. You be age magnificent too. And I think it's very important to be aware, have age awareness, and love yourself and others.
Barbara, what do you hope is the takeaway for the younger generation with the Age March movement?
Oh, the younger generation, I love them so much. And I want to say that Age March, when people hear Age March or the word age, they think old right away. This is about the young. This is about the young taking the message that I'm talking about and integrating with older people and integrating with each other, then taking this message into their generation. So there will be, and I know it's going to happen, there's going to be a generation where age is not an issue. It's not even mentioned. We're all people. We don't need to even put a number on our resume or to lie about our age or to go on a single site and lie about your age to get a date. It won't be an issue. So the younger people will be bringing this message into the next generation, into the pro-age culture. And I love the younger people. I learned from the younger people. I hate to say this cliche, but some of my best friends are in their 20s and 30s. Some of my best friends are in their 90s. In other words, let's get rid of this division. And again, I'm going to say I'm 84 and I want to be a movie star, and I'm serious about it. Meanwhile, I can't even get a job or a date because of the number. So Age March, I think, is very important movement for everybody. It's not about me, it's about you, it's about us. Age is us.
Age is a gift. Age gives us choices. Age is exciting. Barbara, let's get this party started.
Let's be age magnificent, all of us.
Yes, age magnificent. Woo! Let's keep this excitement going and bring in our correspondent in the field, my dear friend, Matt Jackson.
Tracy, here we are. The first virtual Age March. You're in Toronto, I'm in Los Angeles. Tracy, it gives me goosebumps to see you here today.
What does the Age March mean to you, Matt Jackson?
What does age mean to me? You know, it's been a really rough year for so many of us, but I'm learning to celebrate my life at every age, every step of the way, every stage of the way. I mean, we're all getting older, we're all aging at the same time, you know, But
Yeah,
here's
we
the
are.
thing. We got to change the way the world looks at aging and celebrate our lives at every stage.
I love that. Change the way the world looks at aging and celebrate our lives at every stage. I want that on a t-shirt, Matt Jackson.
And that's why we're here. We're going to do it. We're going to march. Wait till you see who we have here today. We have a whole amazing group of people who are marching for this cause. There's David Lerner. There's the McCartneys.
Oh my God, and Estella. Oh, the dog, Mark
Erica
Anthony's
Holmes.
dog.
Yeah.
Hi,
Let's march.
Hey, Matt, I need to ask it. Who is our first ever virtual age marcher?
Okay, first up is Marissa Jarrett-Winokur.
Marissa, welcome. Lovely to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
As such an accomplished and award-winning entertainer, what does ageism look like from your perspective?
Oh, well, being an actress, I mean, you get aged out at all times. You know, I spent many years where they said I couldn't play a mom because I didn't look old enough to play a mom, but I had a child and I'm 48 years old. And now they're like, now you're too old to play the leading lady. It's like, as an actress, age is very hard, you know, because you constantly get aged in and aged out. And I played Tracy Turnblad when I was 30 and I was playing a 16-year-old. So for me, age is just a number. It means absolutely nothing.
We love that. Age is really just a number. And being with all of us today, do you have a message for all the age marchers tuning in from around the world?
Oh, I absolutely believe that age is what's in your heart. It's not a number, but I'm proud of being 48. I love my age. You know, I feel like I hang out with 30-year-olds and I hang out with 70-year-olds. It just love who you love and hang out with who you want to hang out with. And you don't have to hang out with your own peer group, your own age group, whatever that means to you. And if you're starting out a whole new life at 70, well, enjoy it and have a great time. And if you're starting out a whole new life at 40, start it and have a great time.
I love the takeaway is have a great time at any age.
Yeah.
Let's have a great time.
Absolutely.
Marissa, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Okay, Tracy, our second guest, our second virtual marcher is Alyssa Jacey. Alyssa is a singer, songwriter, dancer, choreographer, host. She's done a lot of cool things, Tracy. Alyssa Jacey.
So many cool things. I mean, singer, dancer, choreographer, all of our favorite food groups, Matt. Hi, Alyssa. You're bringing sparkle.
I'm always wearing blue and I've got my little sparkly top on today to just shine like everyone else is.
We love to see it. We heard that you wrote a song about age.
I did, yes.
Would you mind sharing a little bit with us?
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
This is called Aging is Beautiful. It's just a little 15-second snippet here. So until the day comes, I say own it. Soak up every youthful moment. We're all part of something. Yeah, there was something wonderful. Aging is beautiful. Aging is beautiful.
Buck Angel, a world-renowned adult film star and activist for transgender rights and sexual freedom. Buck is the legendary Trampa. Buck is using his platform to amplify voices within his community. Hi, Buck.
Hi, nice to see everybody. Thanks for having me.
Good seeing you, Buck. So many voices amplified by your platform. I love your Instagram, obsessed, so much passion. But Buck, is ageism an issue in the trans community?
Wow, that's a huge question. Yes, it is. It is. I think it's everywhere, but most definitely it's in the transgender community because it's a newer youth coming in. And I think a lot of older people are not necessarily as visible. So there is ageism for sure.
And what can we do to take steps to fight that?
Well, education. And I'm going to be honest with you. I do have ageism myself sometimes where I say, oh, those youngsters, they don't know anything. I play into the same game. And then I realize we need to stop doing that to each other. And we need to learn from each other. So what we need to be, I think, is stop thinking that we all don't know anything. everyone knows something from their own space, and we need to really honor the elders, and we need to honor the youngsters.
Thank you for those words of wisdom, Buck Angel. And don't forget, Buck's a really good follow on Instagram.
Thank you.
My name's Christy Hall, and I'm 59 years young. And my theory of aging magnificently is loving with all of your heart, saying yes to life, finding your passion and grabbing onto it, and finding comfort in the wisdom that we've gained. Here's to another 50 years.
Cheerio, Tracy.
Oh, chip, chip, cheerio to you, Maddie J.
I'm just having a quick spot of tea. It seemed apropos for our next two guests here.
Well, tea was early for breakfast. This is lunchtime now. So cheers.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers,
up,
ladies.
After my own heart.
Good girl.
Ladies, you're after our hearts here.
Oh, jolly good. That's not all I'm after. I might be old, but I'm not finished.
We do love a cheeky and a tea moment, Governor. We do.
That's right. Yeah.
So Tracy, who we have here today is 91-year-old Angie McCartney, and she has no plans of slowing down whatsoever. She says age does not dictate her life. And she is the stepmother to Sir Paul McCartney, and her 61-year-old daughter, Ruth, are co-founders of McCartney Media and Mrs. McCartney's Teas.
Ooh,
indeed. Thank you.
Indeed, indeed.
Hi, ladies.
Hello,
Barbara.
kids.
Hi.
Thank you, Barbara, and everybody for having us today. I think ageism is really, an important subject. And when anybody sort of turns their nose up at me being a 61-year-old woman who runs and owns a technology, we're dealing with selling NFTs in the marketplace. And your book has...
Connect codes, yes.
QR codes.
QR codes. We used to call them connect codes the first time round when she invented them years ago, and nobody would listen. Ahead of the curve.
I didn't quite invent QR codes, but I did invent the way to use them. So Angie's latest book, Here, There, and Everywhere, A Day Tripper's Guide to Beatle Locations, you hold your phone over the code and it takes you to a web page with a video, and she set all that up with my husband. So when anybody says to me, sort of turns their nose up and goes, really, you're 61, why should we hire your company for technology and video and media? I just look at them and say, darling, I'm not a yogurt, therefore I cannot possibly go past my sell-by date.
I've well gone past mine, but I don't care. I'm still above ground, and that's all that matters.
That's right. Live life day to day.
Absolutely.
And, hang out with young people. And,
and old people.
And teach them.
Some of us are fun, not all. So when you say, you don't ask them, how are you? Because they'll tell you, I've got this pain, and forget about that.
Yeah.
Always be cheerful. My favorite song is Monty Python's Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. And even if I don't always feel it, I pretend on the outside that I'm splendid.
Indeed. One must always be splendid.
Splendid, yes.
Splendid, splendid, darling. Splendid, splendid.
I feel like we need to sing a few bars. Always
look on the bright side of life.
That's me whistling.
We might get nailed for copyright, but go on.
That's right. Yes.
So we start our day with our Mrs. McCartney's teas and celebrate Sundays with a little champagne, and just celebrate being alive every single day.
Yeah.
Because age is one thing, health is a blessing, but for those of us who live in LA, we might be living on top of the next 6.9. So live it up while you got it.
Absolutely. And I've finished the tea, so I'm on the jungle juice now.
Well, they do say it thins the blood, so.
Yeah.
I love
Who said I was drinking tea? I'm also drinking some
that's my
jungle
boy.
juice.
Good boy.
I love that, but I want to turn it into a champagne Sunday. Angie and Ruth, so inspiring. Thank you for sharing your story with all of us age marchers today.
Pleasure.
You're so welcome, and good night and God bless from a 152-year-old combo. Not bad, eh?
Francie Covington is an Emmy Award winner, author, and serves as a San Francisco Fire Commissioner. Chandler, her 30-year-old son, is a preschool teacher and is helping shape young minds. Welcome to Age March.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's good to be here.
Wow.
We are so happy to have you guys.
We really are. Shaping young minds, teaching one of the most important jobs on the planet. Francie and Chandler, I'm curious, what does respect for age look like in your family? Francie, we'd like to start with you.
Well, definitely in our family and in our community, respect for elders is key. You know, you cannot be casual with Black elders. You have to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, or, you know, call them Miss Tracy, Miss Barbara, and not just Barbara. You need that honorific in front of whatever it is that you're talking to them about. So for me, growing older means more respect, and people will join in and say, oh, you know, so-and-so isn't going to like it if you do that. You know, she's an elder. So that's very, very helpful and respectful, and I enjoy it. And some of my friends complained the first time somebody called them ma'am, not me. I was like, yes, by all means, you can ma'am me up. Chandler?
What I've been taught is always say Mr. and Mrs., ma'am, madam, sir. I've also implemented that in teaching. You know, there was a time when I would say the first and last name of a child, but now I'll just say, for example, Mr. Brandon, or I'll say Mr. Otis. I'll say Mrs. Leah. I'll include it because I respect the children that I teach. And it's just a way to show them that this is how you can address an individual. And I think that's very important. And I'm also teaching them how to talk to each other, social and emotional development. I think that's very important first before academics are brought in. And so these skills that I'm teaching them will take them past grade school, past middle school, past high school, past college, throughout their entire lives. And I hope that they keep this until they get older and they respect their elders as well.
The Age March movement is not possible without executive producer Julie Stern.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Matt.
We can't thank you enough for having us involved in the Age March. Thank you so much.
Well, we are completely honored. We feel that we've taken Barbara's dream and we're working on manifesting it globally. And everybody has played an amazing part in doing this. I'd like to thank everybody involved, Tracy, Matt, Colonel, our other EP, Susie. It's just such an important movement. We've had such an amazing team, and it's taken us a long time due to COVID and some restrictions, but we've pulled it together, all in the name of Barbara's dream. And our intention is continue with it moving forward. And we encourage everybody to go to the website and just keep following us. Stay tuned for more information. And there's much more to come. Age March is not going anywhere.
We're going to keep on marching on. Thank you, Julie.
Marching on, we have another special guest, Dr. Erica Holmes, the author of Dating with Purpose.
Dating with purpose. That's what I need to focus on, or just dating at all would be good. Welcome, Dr. Holmes. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you for having me. I am so excited.
We are so excited to have you here. You know, Dr. Holmes, as a dating expert and a trauma specialist, we're curious to know, is there a type of trauma in dating post 50?
So I wouldn't say the trauma necessarily happens post 50 or there's something specific, but I do think that the older we get and the older we are when we're dating, we're bringing a whole lot of baggage if we haven't processed it or worked it through.
So no matter what your age, and I'm asking for a friend.
Yes.
How can Stella get her proverbial groove back?
Just knowing that at every age, we have something beautiful to bring into a relationship. So although we have some of those past experiences that weren't so great, we have all of the things that we've learned, the wisdom, the maturity. You know, some of us are aging, gracefully because we have embraced the world in all of our beautiful imperfections. We're also taking that into relationships. So also grasp on and hold on to that. And you can set yourself up for success.
Okay.
Dr.
Mic drop
Erica
moment.
Holmes. Wise words. Tracy, I guess we're going to have to march on with wide eyes for our next relationships.
That's it.
Tracy, my dear friend, I know that you dream of red carpet moments, and you have since you were a little girl. And for our next guest, Melissa Rivers, the red carpet is essentially her backyard. The daughter of Joan Rivers and an award-winning producer, Melissa always knows who wore it best. Hi, Melissa.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
I'm just fangirling a bit.
Oh, I love that. I couldn't fit into that dress now, but I did love that dress. Believe it or not, here's how crazy I am. That dress was a Bob Mackie that my mother wore when she hosted the Emmys.
Wow.
So do that math.
What a moment. This is
Yeah.
a great book. I use it as a resource guide. So thank you for all you do for all of us in the world of entertainment reporters, you and your mom. You really originated red carpet reporting. So thank you so much.
Oh, I don't know if I should say I'm sorry or you're welcome.
No apology necessary, Melissa.
No apology.
Not sure about that, but okay.
Melissa, what would your iconic mother say about your support of Age March and ageism in general?
Well, she would say that I'm not a victim to it because that would make her of a certain age. So basically, when I turned 30 and she was still claiming to like 48, it got really uncomfortable. No, I mean, it was very frustrating. My mom was often, as ageless as she was and as relevant as she always stayed, she always felt like she was a victim of ageism. She often always said that she wanted to write a script and put it under someone else's name and, do a fake thing and see what people would say, because they'd probably say, oh my God, this brilliant young writer. And yet, because when it was her, they'd be like, she's older. You know what I mean? So I think that frustrated her very much because, like she used to say, funny is funny. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Funny is funny.
Funny is
Funny's funny.
Do you see it changing in Hollywood? Is ageism still prevalent?
I think on a lot of levels, yes. What I think is fascinating right now, in a strange sort of way, is that all of our, for the most part, the majority of our major actresses and the ones that are also very much sort of the fashion divas are all over 40, most of them over 50. And I think that's fascinating. So I think you see a shift in that sense that I don't think people are aging out as early, much more in film than television. Television seems to be the last place where you constantly have to be, young. But you see, I mean, you've got your Nicole Kidman and Kate Blanchett. I mean, you can get Halle Berry, you can go down the list, and that whole group is 50. Sandra Bullock's 50, yet there's still A-list movie stars. So I think that has been a shift, which I think is fantastic. I think we do need to stop casting, 20-year-old women against 50-year-old men. But I think that's all. I mean, it sets up bad standards. But unfortunately, if you really look around, especially in LA, that is not that uncommon. As soon as it seems like all these guys that I know anyway, who are just getting out of their first marriages, are all dating really, really young. And you want to say, what do you have to talk about? And their answer is, I don't plan to talk to them. So you see that quite a bit. But I'd like to see more of a sort of age appropriate relationship shown on TV. It's getting better in movies.
The march continues with Myrna and Stuart, a duo in their 80s, and they're one of San Francisco's most glamorous couples. Tracy, do we love glamour or what? Look who's here.
We love glamour. We try and live the glamorous life. Myrna, you live your life so fabulously, and I support that. I like to say, stay fabulous all the time. How is age a gift to you?
Age is a gift to me is that I've seen so much
And I do so much that I can remember back when, and I'm looking forward, thank heavens, at 81 and a half, I have so much to look forward to. I keep opening up the envelope, and there's always something new. There's always something new to discover. There's such beauty, and I'm so lucky to be healthy with my 88-year-old husband.
88, you don't have to tell everybody that. I mean, you know, the most interesting thing about this recording and what have you, the people that you have selected and the questions that have been raised makes one believe there is nothing like the future. Believe me, just looking back at what has been said today is enough to push you forward. You're doing a great, great job. And that's what brings the energy out. That's what brings the energy out.
And
Keep rolling.
Stuart, after seeing you and your cool threads over there today, I'm either going to have to call you for some advice on dressing or Melissa Rivers. I've got options here. But you guys look fabulous. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Everything is for sale, Matt. Just make me know.
I love it. Thank you.
Tracy, the march continues with even more fashion talk.
Ooh.
Here we go. Bradley Bayou has dressed everyone from Oprah to Queen Latifah to Anne Hathaway. He's a world-famous fashion designer, interior designer, and best-selling author. Hello, Bradley.
Hi, guys. This has been fun to watch.
Bradley, wow, so great to see you. I need
You
to extend
too.
my to-do list. Matt, I
You
don't feel
look
like
great, and your lighting's amazing. Good makeup. You got it all, babe. You learned how to do this.
Bradley is also here with David, who's also an award-winning stylist and designer. I mean, this is a magnificent duo.
absolutely, a dynamic duo. Both of you work so fabulously in design. Does age ever influence your creations?
That's a great question, but age doesn't, because when you're in the design or creative business, the only way that you can keep up is by reading everything from People Magazine to Art in America, right? And so you're really on top of everything. If you don't do that, it'll show, right? In a sense, because you'll be dated and people will kind of understand. I think in the design business, you can be really well respected as long as you're still contributing. And I work really hard at that because I don't want to be a person that has stopped their creativity.
And because both of you are multi-hyphenates, David, do your designs influence each other?
No, I mostly like the technical, where I'll like build the costumes and put things together, design the costumes. And in my career, everything I've learned have been from people that were older than me. And the best people to learn from are the people that have been in the industry. And so for my career, my trajectory, I have always enjoyed working with people who had so much to teach me. Because a lot of the stuff, the skills that I've acquired have just been with working with people who are older than me. And it's the best way to learn.
Tracy, I'm having a good time. I hope that you're having a good time. And I think this party's about to get even better with our next guest. I'd like to introduce Rhonda Handsome. She's a stand-up comedian, writer, director, and actress. Another one who's doing it all. Hello, Rhonda.
Hello, and I am aging magnificently.
Then you clearly understand the message for today.
You know, this is so exciting for me, not only because a lifelong friend, Francie Covington, is part of this, and fashion icon, Miss J, but Melissa Rivers, it was so good to see her, because when Joan Rivers had her talk show in New York City, I was her movie reviewer. So this is really such a wonderful assortment of people, and I'm just delighted to be part of it, and delighted to talk about how wonderful it is to be aging magnificently.
I'm loving this cold shoulder moment. Thank you for serving this look. Rhonda, does age ever influence your comedy?
Oh, absolutely. I am a woman of a certain age. And what I love about that is I get to appreciate the entire spectrum of aging. But I don't like the labels. We have boomers, we have millennials, we have generation X, Y, and Z. We are currently at the end of the alphabet. Where are we going to go? The periodic table? Generation Zinc. Oh.
Elise Marie Collins is our next guest. She's the author of Super Ager and a certified yoga instructor. Hey, Tracy, let's get ready for some downward facing dog. Hi, Elise.
I didn't know it was that kind of program.
Oh, Age March? It is. It is.
Okay. So let's take a healing inhale and exhale and welcome Elise. I feel very zen now.
Thank you so much, Tracy. This is such a blast. I love inspiring everyone. We're all aging. I'm a gerontologist as well. And what I learned as a gerontologist is you begin aging in utero, but some people don't know that they're aging. And I love inspiring people to age with connection and self-compassion through a yoga lifestyle.
I love that. I
Love that.
Namaste, Elise. Namaste.
Working with people who are older than you, who are younger than you just have you get a different perspective on the world, and also the wisdom that somebody has who's older than you is invaluable. You can't learn it in a textbook. I really believe that those relationships are what shaped me, and kind of in my line of work. I have a lot of mentors that I look up to and that I value very, very much. And I don't think that I would be in the place that I am today without their guidance. I mean, in different ways, my mentors have needed me as much as I've needed them. And I think that's the beauty of just the human connection, is it doesn't matter how old you are, you're all experiencing life together. And that, again, you can teach each other something at any age, no matter what age you are. I learned things from my niece who's 23, and I also, two of my best friends are in their 50s, so it's a beautiful thing. I just think that, age is such a restrictive ideology that we've put on each other, when really we should look at each other as just human.
Candice and John Milford, 66 and 73 years old, have been working with aging and age activism their entire career.
You both have made careers giving voice to older people. What would you like to say to age marchers today?
I'd like to say that age is a great way to classify dead trees and rocks, but not human beings.
I love that.
I work with people who are 100 years old, who are maybe slowing down and they're from their head down, but their minds are sharp. They're funny. They have great recall. They bring great joy and richness and learning to us younger folk. So I say, end age apartheid.
I love that. End age apartheid. Thank you so much for sharing these wise words with us. We're marching on. All right.
Proving that there are always possibilities in life is 62-year-old legendary Hollywood agent Mark Itkin, who really changed the face of television. Mark was a former partner at the William Morris Agency and is joining us today with his pup, Estelle. Hey, Mark.
Hi there, Matt.
Mark's here. How's my lighting, Matt?
Hi, Tracy.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are great hosts, just so you know it.
Oh, Mark, from you, we'll take it.
You really are.
Take it.
Doing a great job.
Hi, Estelle. Mark, you've been at the forefront of so many movements. How is ageism a factor when it comes to developing and selling shows today?
Well, for me, it's actually an incredible benefit because I've been around a long time. I know the history of the business, and I was always in the TV packaging business, which means I put television shows together. And I know where a lot of these great old titles are buried that people haven't thought about, or people wonder where they are. Not to promote anything, but I just give you an example. I just sold to NBC a brand new version of College Bowl, which we all grew up with, everyone on here grew up with, to be hosted by Peyton Manning. That was just because I'm older. I remember those things, and I'm doing something with Candid Camera. A lot of people forget about these great, great shows that we all grew up with. And if you watch TV, you see particularly in the game show business, so many shows have come back, like Match Game and Card Sharks, things that were around, 30, 40 years ago. So ageism has definitely helped me.
Look at our next guest, the lovely Janet Gallen. Janet lives in San Francisco. She's a well-known writer and the founder and host of the podcast called Love Letters Live.
Oh, I do love a love letter, Matt Jackson.
I mean, Tracy, how many love letters have I sent you over the years? I think quite a few, right? Or did they got lost in the mail? They got lost in the mail.
That's it. Always love for you, MJ, but let's turn it over to Janet. I'm sure she's got a message filled with love for all of us. Welcome, Janet.
Because, I've seen something here that I'm really touched by in terms of talking about aging. And that is something that's always been really important to me, and I think will hold us in good stead all our lives, is never be defined. Never let yourself be defined by how someone else needs to see you. I cannot think of a quicker route to losing your true self.
Tracy, our next marcher is Richard Ayub. He's the CEO of Project Angel Food, where he serves 12,000 meals a week to people of all ages who are hungry and sick. This man really, truly leads a beautiful mission. Hi, Richard. Welcome.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Tracy. And I want to give a shout out to the founder of the AIDS March, Barbara Rosebrooker.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Barbara.
Richard, thank you for sharing your beautiful, important mission with all of us and all the deserving people. Richard, does purpose have a number? Are you ever too old or too young to be of service?
You know what? That's such a good question. And the answer is no. When I was 19 years old, I was watching television news and I saw that an elite level Olympic gymnast in my hometown didn't have enough money to go to the Olympics. So I started a committee as a 19-year-old to raise money for her to go to the Olympics. I got a city council member, a banker, an ad executive, and we raised all this money. Here it is, decades later, and I'm heading up this incredible organization, Project Angel Food, where we're serving meals, medically tailored meals, to people who are sick, hungry, and alone. So no, purpose has no age.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, the founder's daughter, and this is Betty, her granddog. She's 3.
And I'm Gary, her husband, and this is Barney. He's our senior, but he doesn't feel like a senior.
Dogs don't worry about age.
Thank you, Age March.
Bradley Bessie is an Emmy Award-winning producer who, after a very successful career in television, went back to school in his 50s. And he's now head of talent and communications for Project Angel Food. I welcome Brad Bessie.
Wow, such an impressive resume. And listen up, Age Marchers, because Bradley has a very special message for us.
And thanks, guys. I think the only message I have today is that we should all let getting older mean going deeper and finding the stillness in which we can discover the wisdom and the passion and the essence of our very being. And to let that truth, our truth, shine brightly for everyone to see and for years and years to come.
Beautiful words. Thank you, Bradley.
Another impressive guest is Henry Malden. Henry is an award-winning film producer and writer. His short film titled The Lucky Ones tells the story of love and mental illness in the Black community.
Such an important project. Mental health is so important to be talking about in the Black community, and Henry has a very special message for all of us Age Marchers.
Well, what I like to say is it's very important for everyone to try to acknowledge how, as we move forward mental health is like a very important part of our daily lives. And it's very important that we make sure that everyone from all ages, from young to old, is able to acknowledge and please try to take care of each other as we move forward during these crazy, crazy times.
Are you like totally
I
freaking
can't
out?
even right now. Miss
Yeah,
J's
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Are you freaking out?
I'm freaking out.
You freak out.
I'm freaking out.
They know me.
Miss J, you're looking awesome.
Oh, this whole thing.
Oh
you know,
my gosh, Miss J's
take it
here.
out of the closet, throw it on, just put a little moisturizer on and just brush your hair. Here you go. Yeah, I am dressed from head to toe. Thank you very much. So there's no nakedness underneath, just to be clear.
Wow. Miss J, J, my favorite letter of the alphabet. Miss J, how do you stay so ageless?
Oh God, because we have to be so careful with what we say these days because everybody's sensitive to everything. I just mind my own damn business.
That's it.
Very simple. And stay true to me and just, yes, may I, thank you, please is very, very important, I think. And I feel that people have lost that. And I think as we get older, we feel that we need to be a part of everything that's trending and moving and, the change is happening so quick. But I think the things that you learn is you just get to stay true to being you and doing you. And that surpasses everything for me. I think it surpasses trend.
And Miss J, what's your final message for us today?
Well, the message is always that no matter what age, but especially when you get older, is to be fierce, be fabulous, and always be and do you.
And that's how Miss J slays all day, every day.
Damien is an actor known for several roles in film and television. He's also a 68-year-old triathlete. Damien Leake, you impress me.
Wow, thank you. I'm not a triathlete. I am a master's track and field athlete.
Ooh.
I'm
okay.
I'm
Masters
also
track and field.
Yes, actually, I'm the world's fastest old man.
Wow. You had
That's your opening title.
Yes.
You had us at athlete. That's incredible. Damien, how much does mental and physical stamina play into vitality and longevity?
Oh, well, to be an athlete at this age, that's almost the total package because it really is about training when you really don't feel like it. And as you get older, it gets harder and harder to feel like it. So you really have to, it's about mental discipline and it's about getting out there. I have a number of friends who are my age and have gotten old and fat and what have you. And they always ask me these kinds of things. And I say, well, you have to just get out there and do it. You do what you can do for as long as you can do it. And they go, yeah, uh-huh. Okay. And that's the end. It really is about that. I was fortunate in so much as my father was a very disciplined man, and he would constantly, in his constancy, he taught me to be consistent with what I do. Do it for as long as you can.
Damien, you're a leader. We're going to follow your lead, and we're going to hope that we can live up to the way that you do it. Thank you for being here.
Thank
the
you.
world's fastest man. The world's fastest
old man.
old man.
Yes, sir.
Karen Moss Hale, 71, is the executive producer of New Cleveland Radio, a national podcast known for celebrating all kinds of voices. We welcome you, Karen.
Karen, 5 years ago, you fulfilled your dream of becoming a podcaster and giving a platform for all sorts of voices. What does it mean to not only celebrate your voice, but voices like our fabulous Barbara Rose Brookers?
I take it from a quote that I read a couple years ago, and it's called, "Impossible means I'm possible. We are all possible. There is nothing stopping us, because you know what? All we have to do is put one foot in front of the other." And Barbara's been doing that and inspiring all of us.
Yes, she has. Thank you for sharing those words.
Thank you.
David and Kathy, you both have incredible businesses. Kathy, you have Options for Caring, and David, you have Learner Production Sound. What messages do you have for our age marchers today?
Well, I have been a geriatric social worker for many years, and I was so struck by something one of the other participants said, Elise, when she said, people who don't know they're aging, because in my practice as a geriatric social worker, the people who do best are people who don't know they're aging. They have no concept of how they should be at a certain age, what they should wear, how they should be acting, what activities they should be doing, and those are the people that do the best, and that's the truth.
So not lean into the number, lean into the feeling.
Yeah, and as far as what I do, it seems that the more you do, the more you can do, and I don't think age is really an impediment to that, because I know a lot of people who decide that they're old and they don't do anything, and they're way younger than I am, and it's just, if you can keep doing it, you can keep doing it. I mean, that's pretty much the only words of wisdom I can give you with regard to
Keep the momentum going.
Let's keep doing it. Tracy,
Yeah,
let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And don't have
That's
a
it.
concept of how you're supposed to be at any certain age. That's the key for me, what I see.
Anita Fuller Osborne is our next marcher. Anita is a retired technician and she makes fantastic bottle art. Her work is very exquisite and she lives in Connecticut with her husband and children.
We love Anita. She does it all. Let's hear from Anita right now. Hi, Anita.
Hello, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you, Barbara, for inviting me. All I have to say about age is that we shouldn't be judged by the number of birthdays we celebrated, but by the potential we feel every day.
I love that, being judged by our potential. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Anita.
Thank you.
And Bill Bowker is the technician behind the Age March website. Bill, we couldn't have done this without you. Amazing work.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Age is breathing.
Donnie Osborne
Hey,
is the
Matt, how are you?
composer of the Age March movement music. And Donnie, not only is the music amazing, but you brought all those graphics to life. Truly a creative genius. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm already grooving to Donnie's sounds. Donnie, you have a message for us?
I love Julie, Barbara, and Kunal and Susie's message, which is always embrace all ages, age magnificent. And I love, the thing I love the most is that age affects everybody. Race, color, creeds, age is colorless. So, and I think that's probably like the most important message that I've learned along this journey and joining Age March and being a part of it. And I'm appreciative and humble. So.
Age is colorless. As a twin mom, I have a special place in my heart for twins, and I know Aaliyah and Grace have a very special message for all of us. Take it away.
Young or old, we all have a voice and we're all worth listening to. And thank you, Barbara, for including us in this. We love you. So shout out to you. You're wonderful. And you've been such a wonderful mentor. We learn from you every day. Thank you. This whole thing is super inspiring.
Okay, right now it's my pleasure to introduce my mother, Rosella Melchor, and my daughter, Phoebe Melchor. You look wonderful. Phoebe, did you do Grandma's makeup? Wow. Mom, we're talking age today. What does age mean to you, Mom?
Oh my God, I am so thrilled of what I heard.
Okay, we have a couple stories.
About everything, but it's true. I'll be 82 in July. And I am a joyful person. I went to Mass this morning and I was speaking to the girls, and one girl said to me, "Who are you? What?
Like, how are you so joyful?
How are you so joyful?
When you talk.
That's how I am.
It is how you are.
I am at
Amazing,
peace.
amazing. Like,
I love you, Trace.
I love
And
you
you know
too,
what?
Mom. Phoebe, what does it mean for you to have Grandma in your life and living so close to us?
honestly, I know everyone says this, but it's so true. Like, there's so much wisdom that you can, get from people that have been around longer than you. And there's just so many things to learn. There's just so many different types of experiences. Like, even if I just have a conversation with Grandma, sometimes my whole perspective on something will just completely change.
because like she's just experienced so many like more things than me and has just such a broader understanding of life in general.
And I also have a young brain.
Yeah. She's very quick. One time in 5th grade, she beat me in a race down the sidewalk. I'm dead serious.
I remember that. I love you both madly. I think like Uncle Matt would like to say something to both of you.
I love you both. I miss you.
Matt, I love you. I've been looking at your beautiful eyes.
Oh, thank you.
What have you been doing?
Rosella and Phoebe, you need to come out to Los Angeles. We need to have a visit. Thank you for your words today. You're lovely. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
I also want to introduce you to Age March founder Barbara Rose Brooker. Rosella and Phoebe Rose, meet Barbara Rose.
Oh, thank you for being with a marcher on Age March and for letting us have your wonderful daughter and host of this movement. It's wonderful, wonderful.
I love your earrings.
Oh, you do? Oh, thank you. Friend made
the
them
bracelet.
like
Oh
100
my
years
God.
ago, and I just put them on today, you know?
Fabulous.
Thank you.
I love it.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
There she is, my dear Susie, my friend. She is the daughter of Age March founder Barbara Rose Brooker. Her husband Henry just turned 65 and is the president of his own digital software company. Welcome, Susie and Henry.
Thank you.
Susie and Henry, we want to take a peek behind the fabulous curtain and ask you what it's like to have such a fabulous mother and mother-in-law in Barbara Rose Brooker.
You know, I honestly don't even have any words. I'm so incredibly lucky and so proud to be her daughter. The one thing she has taught me, amongst many other lessons, is you never, ever, ever give up your dream. You just stay to your message and you do it. And I'm so grateful for having Barbara as my mother. She's everything.
What an incredible, inspiring lineup of people. Now, although our virtual event is coming to a close, our global age movement is just beginning. I want to thank all of you who participated from around the globe. Special shout out to Matt Jackson. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Bill and Donnie. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Barbara Rose Brooker and all of the Age March team. Today we made history. Today we made herstory. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Revitalash for sponsoring our event. And in case you haven't done this already, make sure you go to agemarch.org to join for updates to find out everything about Age March. I'm Tracy Melshore. Until next time, stay fabulous and be age magnificent at any age. Age magnificent at any age.